Tomorrow, Wednesday, is opening day at Saratoga Race Course up here in upstate New York, Saratoga Springs, New York. And there's both an anticipation and maybe a bit of trepidation as people brace themselves to see whether Saratoga can once again deliver and generate the kind of interest both in a regional level and national level that it has come to in the past, bucking the trend and showing the way really as far as one of the premier tracks that can hold a meet and have public interest and public attendance at the race course itself. We've got John Roselli with us today, and I'm going to let him handicap the Schylerville, which is the opening day stakes race for 2-year-old fillies. And then we'll be back shortly to just talk more about the meet and what to expect at Saratoga this year.
This is a pretty contentious field, so I want to take a look at a few of the horses in here that I think can get the job done. When I'm looking at 2-year-old fillies, especially, of course, there's not much form to go on at this time of year. One thing I try to key on is looking for fillies who have finished their shorter races full of run, have come home in a really good time, especially against tougher company. It's one thing to blow away maidens in the last furlong. It's another thing to grapple with horses that have already beaten winners at this stage of their career, and particularly in graded stakes. So the horses that I like in here are ones that have done that. I would say I have two favorites, and they are stablemates, and they are starting next to each other. One is Hot Dixie Chick. She drew off powerfully after an untroubled trip. In track record time, coming home in under 12 seconds at Churchill last out. She has the rail. She has speed. That's a pretty powerful combination. Of course, she'll be bet down to almost nothing. She should be one of the favorites here. The other is Kinsolving, who is the other Asmussen in here, and she has fantastic company lines. She seems to be moving forward. She's going to get a good stalking trip. I think that if you're looking for a horse at a price, and another angle that I like to look at, of course, not just in 2-year-old filly races, but in any races, is when a good trainer has an uncoupled entry. I'm always looking for that longer priced of the two. If the trainer thinks they're both capable of handling the race, then maybe there's some obscured form, or there's the horse is ready to take a step forward. So I think as a handicapping play, it'd be smart to lean more toward Kinsolving than Hot Dixie Chick. There are 3 other fillies in here that I think have a chance. I have a question about each of them. Of course, they could answer that question and easily win the race. That's why I want to take a look at them. The first is Aegean. She was part of the band that Wesley Ward brought to Ascot this spring, and he did a great job there. He really hit the meet hard. Aegean was one who didn't fire. It was her race on turf for her. She hadn't raced on turf. She was right up on the pace, but then she couldn't handle the acceleration in the final couple of furlongs, and she fell back. But she is a Grade 3 winner, and so I don't question her on class. I do question whether she can handle the double ship at this age. I mean, to ship over to England and then back here, all in a couple of months, is a lot to ask. If she can, if she has the resiliency to handle that, then she definitely has the class to win this race. Decelerator is another filly who's going to take a lot of money in here. She's undefeated. She's Grade 3 winner. She fought hard in her last race, so you don't see 2-year-olds digging down often the way she did in her last race. She's trained by Dwayne Lucas, who's won this race 6 times already. So I think that she's going to get a good stalking trip. There's a fair amount of speed in here, but I think the winner will either come from the front end or from stalking. So she definitely fits in here. I didn't think she really accelerated or kept up as fast as she might have in the last furlong last time. So I have a question about whether she's going to be able to outfinish a field this classy and deep. But if she can handle it, she's another one. Another value play, I hope, we'll see how the betting goes, is Beautician. And she's had a short freshening for Ken McPeak, who's a high percentage trainer with all sorts of ankles. She gets Lasix first time. She has only won a maiden race, and you know, she lacks from the class angle, but she did finish really well against maidens, so I don't think there's a lot of reason to doubt that she can step up here. You know, she's obviously facing a tough field. She's going to have to get a good trip. She's starting toward the outside, probably not far enough outside to really hurt her. And you know, I think the first Lasix will probably help her finish better. So I think she has a decent chance. I hope she's at a price.